April Ryan, American Overrated. I'm sorry, April. Sorry to hear me act ugly.
I had to tweet you. I'm like, I'm still on the phone.
All I want you to do, April, I love you. American Urban Radio Networks. I want to just hear you in your own words express that tweet that you sent out earlier about Don King. Oh my God.
Oh, I see the tweet that you retweeted. I mean, it's true, and not only I'm trying to be I am really trying to be good. I'm telling you, I'm trying to be good, and right now we are at a point.
You sound like Gladys Knight. I don't want to do wrong, but I just can't help myself.
I got to use my imagination.
Ooh.
Okay, look. So here's my thing. Either one of these people, Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump, could be president of the United States, and that is our reality. And I'm trying to be objective and real, but here, okay, let me read the tweet. It says, "We're told we have nothing to lose, and then a black man tells black people we are all ends, no matter who we are." With real Donald Trump smiling. If you look at the video, I mean, I'm not telling a lie.
That's what he said.
If you look at the video from the news, you see Donald Trump in the background smiling. And then you see some white people in the background. And you see this African-American man taking a video of it, and he's got his head down cracking up. That is not funny. And Mark, you remember. Now, if people want to say, because people were trying to tell me, oh, where were you with Larry Wilmore? I'm like, oh, you didn't know? You just come to remember Larry Wilmore. I'm not a fan of that word at all.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Number one. Number two.
April, you didn't get Larry Wilmore taken off the air for that, did you?
I didn't get him taken off the air, but I tell you what, when he was off the air, I heard from many people, to include the head of the NAACP, many people who said, yeah, he said that, but he was a needed voice in late night TV. He was telling the truth. That's what they were saying about things in our community, and he was bringing awareness. And we only had 2 African Americans in late night. Now there's 1. So I understand that, but I'm still not a fan of the word. Okay. Right. His whole body of work, unfortunately, now is marred by that one piece. But he's going to move on because he's got Black, and she's got great shows, and I love Black. Yeah. I watch our Black shows, to include Empire Tonight, which I will be watching very soon. But my thing is, we have to not just look at this and say, oh, that's just a joke. It's not a joke. It is not a joke. As someone who does the news, I'm looking back at a couple of weeks ago when he was in Baltimore telling the National Guard they have a friend in him. Now, who are the National Guard? The National Guard are people who come in. We've seen them recently. Think about who the National Guard are. Think about Ferguson. We've seen them come in. They were in Baltimore, okay? They come in when there's lawlessness, when the police can't handle it, okay? That's part of the job of the National Guard. So, and then months ago when we were in the primary season, when he was dealing with just looking at a certain group of people, he was not, it was an either or. It was more about police, supporting the police than supporting those who are inflicted by bad policing.
Right.
I'm not saying support one over the other. I'm saying it can be dual. I'm saying it could be a dual situation, but the problem is, and forgive me, my kids, I'm with my kids right now, if you hear them in the background.
No problem.
But the thing of it is, we have a dual situation, and there's a real issue. And right now, people question about these Black Lives Matter. The spotlight is on Black lives, and yes, Black Lives Matter, all lives matter, but right now the spotlight is on Black lives. It's so big, the Washington Post had to do a story on it, had data, 990 people died, and it was more likely that African Americans would be killed by police.
Right.
Now, the reality is, this is not a joke. This is not Shuck and Jive, Amos and Andy time. This is 2016, when we still have a problem, when white people are now noticing that, yes, indeed, what Black people used to say, oh, it's not a myth, it's not conjecture, it's real. So now let's deal with it, okay? Then you have somebody up there who has been around power. He has been next to Muhammad Ali, icon Muhammad Ali, who walked away from him, and also Mike Tyson and others. And I see why. But this man has a, whether we like it or not, he had a microphone, a loud microphone today. And I didn't know that he was had a loud microphone during the Obama time. I guess he was drowned out. But today we heard his microphone. And he needs to be called out. The RNC and I'm saying this as a human being and as an African American woman who's very
Right.
clear of her heritage and very clear of who she is. The DNC needs to denounce Donald Trump's statements, and it's not right. Not Donald Trump, excuse me, Don King's statement. They need to denounce it. Not only the DNC, the RNC, but it has to be Donald Trump as well. Even though he's smart, Donald Trump can say, and I'm as a news person, I'm thinking about what Donald Trump will say. Donald Trump will probably say, well, he was my guest and I had to be polite. But bottom line is what he said was wrong. And you claim you care about black lives. You claim you want the black vote. And if the math adds up, you're trying to get the black vote, you should do it for that. And then also for the other piece that everybody's saying, to make it look palatable for the white people who don't like how you beat up on the black people. So there's ample reason why he should denounce what Don King said if he doesn't feel it in his heart, just for the sake of the fact that it was wrong. And for those two pieces right there, the math of it and the fact that the people that he's trying to get, it was wrong. Clear as, I'm sorry.
Unless April Ryan, I'm saying.
I'm sorry. I went off on a tangent.
No. Everything, it was beautiful. We wanted to hear your voice tonight. Absolutely, April Ryan with his folks, American Urban Radio Network. No, you're good. But let me say this. I'm kind of wondering. I have to ask Don King, was he even trying to sabotage Donald Trump? Because I just don't even understand how.
Oh, no. I don't think he's that smart. No.
Because I don't know how he thinks that's going to help him with black people.
I think I think Don King is now getting his 15 minutes of fame again. Remember at the RNC convention, he was not allowed on the floor. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So he's now saying, okay, I got something for you.
Mm-hmm.
And now as he's got something for the RNC, he's throwing black people under the bus.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
But you're right. It was. I just thought your tweet was profound and it summed it up. April Ryan with his folks. How on the one hand, we have nothing to lose, and then you have Don King saying, we're a bunch of N-words no matter who we are. We ain't never gonna be nothing. We need the white man. We never gonna be nothing without him.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I hate this.
And then of all the white people to pick Donald Trump.
Some of my best friends are white. Some of my best friends are black.
Of course.
Some of my best friends are Asian. Some of my best friends are all walks of life. I've had white people say, "Oh my God, this is." I had all walks of life come to me on social media everywhere. This is not right, and it's not. That is the worst word you can say. And I'm gonna tell you something. Mark, in my next book, next book is coming out in December. I'm so real about this word and serious about the word, that N word. I'm so serious about it that I don't even like to use it. Yeah. And I put a chapter in the book specifically on that. Mm. And I'm telling you, we're right now still going through the edit process. Who knows? I kind of want to add this if they let me, because this is a hot mess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you ought to add it to it. It should put it right there.
But and now it's in the hands of the publisher. I've got to see. But this is it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous.
April, always good to hear from. Well, but let me ask you this first. So, but now they're saying some of Trump's African American numbers are going up. How can that be? I'm sorry. His
numbers in Florida, African American. Last I saw, 9% African American support for Donald Trump in Florida. 9% last I saw in North Carolina. That was a couple of weeks ago. So I don't know, but see, I think this is part of the American psyche. This is part of the American psyche. I think we have underestimated reality TV. We've underestimated television celebrity. We've underestimated that, and look what's happened. I mean, and I don't want to throw this person under the bus, but I mean, we've seen how reality shows have made people who have nothing. And he had something. He was, I don't know if he was a billionaire or multi or a millionaire. I don't know what he was, because he won't tell us, the truth about what he's financially. But the bottom line is he had a name, he had a brand, he had buildings he built, golf courses and other things. And we knew him for that. But once he had that reality show, once Omarosa helped make him and make that reality show, it was all in. I mean, look at what happened with Kim Kardashian. What is she famous for? Hello?